Back together again, eh?
Yeah.
Let's play. What's going on, peeps? Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're enjoying my loud voice now. It's nice while my voice is so loud. Arsenal haven't played a single game of the season yet. But don't worry, I'm sure that spunk will disappear. It's good to be back. It's good to have everybody back. Of course, I see one like on the video already. Thank you for the like. Good evening to all of you in the chat. First and foremost, this video is proudly brought to you by Soundcast Studios. Very beautiful studio. So any up-and-coming artists wishing to record some content in the studio, please, any photography needs that you guys have, videography, slap a like on Soundcast and get in touch with them. And of course, be sure to subscribe to my guest, of course, who's also one of the pioneers of this channel, Total Thai. Subscribe to his channel. Link is in the description below. So without further ado, let's get into it and allow me. We are back to the madness. And of course, let's just dive right into it. Desperado settings, you know what it is. It's time to play. So allow me to bring on my first guest, a man who usually ends it off. But he's already been starting in the comments. So I figure without how else could it be? He's itching to get up on here. Man like Jigga, how is it going, my brother?
Good evening, everybody. Now, well, I'm excited to be back. It's been a long time, bro. It's been a long time. But
It's been a while.
show for the new season. Let's catch up. Let's get crazy.
Yeah, let's get into it. Let's get into it. Evenings, Bradley. Love for jumping on. Love for jumping on. How have you been? What you been getting up to, my bro? Have you enjoyed the Euro? What have you been getting up to?
Oh, myself.
Yes, you.
Yeah, the Euros was. I wasn't really. I'll be honest. I was watching this. What was available? You know what I'm saying? The games, just the hot games. I didn't really watch much Euros. I was more focused on the training and what was happening at Liverpool, and like I normally do. But yeah, well done to Messi, first major trophy for his country. So well done to him.
Yeah, we got Thai. It's fitting that you mentioned Messi. My next guest obviously is a Barcelona fan. I'm sure he's got a lot to say. Total Thai, how's it going, my bro?
I'm doing awesome, D. Thanks for having me on the podcast again. I'm excited for the season. Pre-season has been going. My team's been flying high. There's a couple of rumors about Messi's contract situation and a lot of other things that has been stressed. But overall, I'm just excited for the season, excited to be on the podcast tonight, and excited to hear what the other guys have to say.
Lovely. Good to have you back, my guy. I love your channel. I must admit, I can't get enough of it. The behind the scenes work, everything. So it gives a different flow to it, which is good. I love it. Keep up the awesome work, my bro.
Thank you so much, Mindy.
And of course, my next guest also from the red corner of Merseyside, back again from beautiful Josie. Beaster, how's it going, my guy? I think Beaster's on mute, eh?
I'm back. I'm good. Thanks.
Are
And
you
you,
back,
Debbie?
I'm well, man. How are you? What you been getting up to?
Unfortunately, no preseason friendlies I watched one of it, so hopefully I'll just get ready for the season. I don't normally like the preseason. It either sets you up for failure or you get excited and then you get the surprise package first game of the season.
Yeah, true. I couldn't agree with you more as well. Look, not a lot of people like to read into preseason. Me, of course, and what I've seen from Arsenal in the preseason has been shocking, but we'll get onto that again. Of course, we got a lot to discuss. And guess who I usually introduce first? My mom actually said, please don't let him go on first. You always let him go on first. So I figured I'd save the man with the biggest smile for last. Benny, how's it going, my bro?
All good, but I am very glad to be back. It's been a while.
Nah, it has been really. What have you been getting up to? Like I told everyone, it feels like ages since I've seen you guys.
Yeah, it's a bit of the Euros. I wasn't that much into it. Didn't follow it religiously like I thought I would. But after the Euros, a little bit here in the Olympics, watching basically the highlights. Just sad, bruh. Sad waiting for the football to start. I'm not a fan
Well,
of
at
none of
least-
this other stuff.
Yeah, true. At least we can keep each other at least have a bit of a chat. I know a lot of people have been asking for a transfer show. Look, you know what? Let's dive right into it. Let's start with the first topic of discussion. I'll start actually with you, Benny. Reason being, you guys have been linked with this player before. You guys have obviously, I've seen links with Haaland. But let's get on to it right straight away. Harry Kane goes on strike. Your thoughts, my guy? Who is in the wrong here as well? Do you sympathize with Kane? Because there were talks that there was a gentleman's agreement, but Harry Kane has now gone on strike and apparently is not due to return and a hefty fine coming his way. What is your opinion on this?
My thing is, when it comes to that amount of money and the amount of money that they are speaking about, there's no such thing as a gentleman's agreement. Contract is contract. Harry Kane signed a 6-year contract in 2018, if I'm not mistaken. He's under contract for the next 3 years. So all the bargaining chips, all the power lies with Spurs. They don't have to sell him. And the valuation of him is 150 million. Take it or leave it, which we all know is a ridiculous amount for any player. Yes, Harry Kane is world class, but is he worth 150 million? I don't think so. So, and City don't spend that huge amounts of money on players. They've never done it. This would be a first. This would be a first. But Harry Kane is wrong, and at the end of the day, he's going to have to train. If Spurs don't decide to sell him, he's going to have to come back to training. He's going to have to start for Tottenham. He's going to have to play for Tottenham. He's going to have to score for Tottenham. He doesn't have a choice. He's the one told me about, I can still remember when it was the Coutinho days, and he put in a transfer request, and I'm like, the clubs don't have to accept that. It's like Liverpool didn't want to let Philip Coutinho go, but the player wanted to leave. And then he explained it's the same like when you in a workspace and you a manager and one of your employees is disgruntled and they want to leave. If someone puts in the resignation, you can't basically decline it. So it's if you look at it in that perspective, then look, Kane is 28 years old. It's his last big contract. Will he be a success? Will he win trophies? Will he win the league, the Champions League with Spurs? No, he won't. Every player, that is the pinnacle of any player, any successful player, any ambitious player wants all of the trophies that you can get. He's not going to get one at Spurs. So is he wrong for wanting to live on a personal level? No, he's not wrong. But in a professional sense, yes, he is.
Look, another question which I wanted to ask. I saw you tweeted it yesterday, or I think it was yesterday. I think yesterday he missed the first session, and then today he missed it again. If this was Pogba, don't you think the narrative would have been different? Because today I'm seeing reports of poor Harry, shame, little Harry. You know what I mean?
Is there ever a positive Paul Pogba narrative? There's never ever been a positive Paul Pogba narrative. So if this was him, brah. Look at the negative press he's getting for taking his time and thinking about his next contract. He's seen as the biggest villain in the UK because he's thinking about his contract. He's turned up to Manchester. He's not once gone AWOL. His professionalism has never been in question. Not by those that know Paul Pogba. Everybody else, yes. If this is Paul Pogba, brah, that would have been all that we are speaking about now.
True.
We would have had a podcast just for Paul Pogba.
Yeah, true. Look, I have to agree. Yo, Beast, you're grensing there, yo.
Is it
Make
me?
that sound. Yeah.
I think it's Beast. Just check quickly. Who is it, Jigga?
It's peace, man, bro.
He's like someone playing drums with forks.
My beast, man, bro. I think
How
my
can I
booth, I
screw
think I'm
you?
holding a beast, and it sounds like that they're holding and cleaning and stuff like that.
Overtime.
Yeah, he's got the whole,
I thought Beaster was playing with bubble that there under his table.
Look at that comment, man. Stop eating.
He's not sleeping. Alex was sleeping since 4 o'clock. He woke up now. He's busy here with a packet of 2-minute noodles. Everything look in his chops here in front of me. It looks okay on this side, but on the other side, so awesome.
No worries. The sound is gone. I'm assuming the noodles is made. Beaster, look, seeing as we are on the 2-minute noodles and that you couldn't know better way to come into it as well. Look, Liverpool have been linked with Bowen, Pogba, Tielemans, that type of thing. Obviously Genie has gone out, Genie Wijnaldum. Do you see a replacement coming in? Or do you bite the bullet this time with Naby Keita, maybe give him a shot, or even Thiago Alcantara at this point? What do you want?
There might be a replacement, but I don't think that we need a replacement for us to be successful in the season. So they might find a replacement. Bowen, I think Liverpool's going to have to break the bank for that. Only because all the opposition know now Liverpool's situation of signing English players. We can only sign English players unless we let one of our non-English players go. So they're going to put big price tags on Bowen, Tielemans. Or Tielemans won't be that big. Reason being, Leicester would be putting a big price tag on because Leicester is Leicester. We know what he did with Maguire, what they're doing with Maddison. So there's always going to be a big price tag on there. But for an English player, now, if we don't let Shaqiri go, because I know Lazio and Napoli was linked with Shaqiri, but there was no bid made yet. So we need Origi to go or Shaqiri to go in order for us to buy another non-Englishman for a good buy. And like I always used to say, we don't break the bank for a player. But I know FSG is supporting Klopp. So when we wanted Van Dijk, we got him. We wanted Alisson. And that was unlike Liverpool to sign players of 85, 90 million. But that's showing me that FSG is backing Klopp. So if we need a player and we want a player and Klopp wants him, we will get him. But knowing Klopp, he's not going to force a transfer just to get someone in because everyone knows our midfield. We've got replacements. They have Fabinho this afternoon signed.
Isn't Henderson also leaving?
Henderson was linked with Arsenal. I don't see that.
He was linked with us, but Arsenal's linked with every man in their dog.
Atletico.
Spurs wanted him.
Atletico was the main link for Henderson.
Yeah. If
Piers doesn't come from
Atletico, Henderson will sign for Atletico. If so leaves, which is a big possibility.
If there's one player that won't leave Liverpool at this moment, or the only Liverpool player that I think that is linked so strong with staying is Henderson.
Yeah, but they don't want to sign. They don't want to give him extend his contract.
Yeah, but he's still there with us this season, so he doesn't have to sign. Fabinho signed now 5 years this afternoon. Alisson is also going to sign.
Trent signed yesterday.
Yeah.
Fabinho signed this afternoon as well.
Yeah.
So Alisson is next. He must sign because he and Fabinho was on the same. So Henderson, I'm really not worried. He won't go because, to be honest, he won't even fit in Atletico's team. That's not their style.
I don't think you can lose both Henderson and Wijnaldum in one window.
No, not at all.
Yeah,
We've got
because if you look good, are you going to
but
replace that two players?
the others mustn't. The others that we have is not set Liverpool players yet, as you can if you compare them to the way Wijnaldum and Henderson was. They are good, but it's.
How do you mute yourself, man?
I was about to
How do you mute yourself? Sit still when you talk, bro.
What are you doing, man?
It's my earphone, man. It's been a while since I've been on a podcast.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Clearly, you got out of work.
It's all about match sharpness at this point in time. Don't worry.
We don't care about the result.
We're all stopping to read this live like this comment.
You can see he's got that pre-season jitters on him now. He's pre.
Arsenal, the result is not important. We don't have to listen to Beaster speak as long as we can see him speak. We don't have to hear him.
Thanks for that, Benni.
No, but look, it's interesting that you mentioned the owners and the type of money that you spend. Like you said, Liverpool isn't the type to spend money. I actually want to come on to Jigga, and then I want to pose the same question to you. Look, obviously, similar to Arsenal, you guys have a self-sustaining model, and you guys similar to Arsenal, you must sell to buy, that type of thing. But Jigs, I want to ask you first, and then Beast, I want to get your input on this one as well. How long can Klopp overachieve under this FSG? Because surely, yes, you signed Konate, but surely you're looking at seeing City linked with Grealish and Harry Kane, Chelsea linked with Haaland and Lukaku, that type of thing. Are you concerned in that sense going into the season based on what already happened when Jota got injured last season? And then obviously, the front four had an indifferent season, your front three in essence.
Look, our front three last season, or our whole team last season, that was just completely unlucky. Liverpool to go through the injuries that they did. The players that's coming into the Premier League, that's exciting. That's like, you know what I'm saying? That's like, here we go. That's for me the way I see it. When United signed Sancho, here we go. You know what I'm saying? If Haaland comes, here we go. Because we lost Aguero, we lost some players like Van Helden. So for me, is when those players come to the Premier League, I get excited. You know what I'm saying? Because now it's gonna be it's the best against the best. It's the best strikers against the best defenders. You know what I'm saying? We're going all out for this massive Premier League trophy or Champions League trophy. So I'm excited. So I would love to see those players come. You know what I'm saying? I do think that Liverpool this year will come out differently. I do think Klopp done his homework because he had to learn some heavy lessons last season. You know what I'm saying? So it's either you're gonna learn from your mistakes and work your way forward. You know what I'm saying? So I know if you speak Konate for me, I love that dude, a youngster. I was watching him train. He's greedy. He's got him under his wing, Milner. So for him, for a guy like Milner with Konate, Milner's a football genius. You know what I'm saying? That guy, you can put him in any position. He is just the man. And I've seen how Van Dijk, Pulli Konate, and Matip, they're showing the big boy stress amongst this youngster because Konate was a top defender at Leipzig, but here they're pulling him around, showing me his way. But you know what he's doing? He's showing us, and I think the rewards will come in this Premier League in due time. With a young player like that, the reward will come from him, and the day comes that him and Van Dijk come together. I said this as a beast defense, you know what I'm saying? As a powerful defense in any way, because that players he can actually carry the ball as well, which Matthew has been doing lately for us on a regular basis. So, like I'm telling you, I'm looking forward to the challenges that's going to come this season with the new players coming in. If Grealish go to City, we'll see. If Kane goes to City, whatever's happening, whatever's Arsenal, whatever's happening at Arsenal, okay? But anyway, like I was saying, you know what's going to happen? Spurs, I'm looking forward to Spurs as well because Nuno is a very good coach. I like Nuno's style of play, and I think Nuno can turn Son and bring Ali back in the team, and there's something that can happen there because they have a vibe going on in their preseason as well. So I think what everybody's having, so far good preseasons. I'm looking forward to the start of the Premier League. That's mainly my goal. I can't wait anymore.
Fair enough. Beaster, I want to ask you a question as well. Of course, there was the whole, obviously you saw the game against Hertha Berlin. Ashraf says VVD is clear with his bum knee. Of course, we're concerned over VVD.
It's a preseason, man. I know what he's talking about. I know what he's talking about.
I'm sorry. I don't understand the signing of Konate and the excitement around Konate because is he even going to start if Joe Gomez is fit? Is he up there on Joe Gomez?
That is...
Joe Gomez
would work for us. You don't just jump in our team. You don't just jump in a Liverpool team.
Aaron, you talking about this bro that's going to be the number one centre back. He's not even going to start the season.
Benjamin, he's 22 years old. Don't be like that. We hear them saying he's 22 years old. He's already He's been
Gomez
already
was
been
the
on the
guy,
license
Benjamin.
defender. Keep this bra, yo, too. Then what?
Upamecano was the number one defender, not Konate, bro.
So
Know
where does
that.
Kanate fall in my Leipzig?
Know that. He was not Leipzig's number
Where
one
did he put
defender.
in my Leipzig?
Why did they sell him and
Where did he put in my Leipzig? Answer the
Yeah,
question.
So
We
Gomez
didn't-
and Van Dijk is
we-
the number one.
we
So
didn't
you
need
don't
a
see no
replacement.
potential in Konato. You see no
We-
potential in Konato.
Yes, I do, but he's not gonna
Okay, done.
take
Done.
Joe
Done.
Gomez
There,
place
there,
in.
done. So
We
Gomez is going to
Obviously,
stay.
look, it's
We
not-
didn't
Gomez
buy
is
him
gonna
with the
stay.
intention
I
of
didn't say he's a
replacing
cuck
Van
player.
Dijk.
I didn't say he's a cuck player. Don't get me
Yes,
wrong.
but
I'm just saying
now-
that so going so on about the players not even going to start in the starting 11.
Because we bought a young player with a massive potential. He's got a bright future. Don't you see that?
But is that really the issue with Liverpool right now?
That was the
Don't
issue
ask
when
me
we lost our centre
Don't ask
backs.
me, Popo. That is the issue Liverpool right now. We signed a defender. That is our downfall last season. That is our
Yes.
biggest mistake. We lost all our
Yes, but
defenders.
who's fit now?
So you
Who's fit
learn
out
from
in
your
centre back?
mistakes,
All of
Benjamin.
them.
Learn
All of
from
them
your
is fit.
mistakes, man. Yeah.
Matip is fit. Van Dijk is fit. Gomez is fit.
And
The same
so yeah,
Konate.
And we have
Is
Nat
that
Phillips.
the issue? Is that the issue going forward into the season? You think
we needed a backup.
Benny, there was nothing-
Every club needs that
Benny,
backup.
relax. Wait, Jigga. Benny, the one thing
Yeah,
that we
yeah,
had,
yeah.
the problem we had last season wasn't unlucky or injuries. It was our depth. Our depth was also injured. So we're not going to sign players to go replace Salah, replace Van Dijk. We need to sign depth players. And if it means signing an 18-year-old centre back that has experience, not the Nat Phillips. Nat Phillips was a lucky charm. His performance, we didn't know that was going to be his performance when he played. But it
But it was
turned out to
brilliant,
be
and
a
I
good...
think you reward a performance like that.
Exactly,
You reward performance like that to the spot in the
all
club.
our signings we're going to get now is going to be depth signings. We will still start with our same 11 that we finished last season with. Because that is Klopp.
And I
even
don't
if
think
we
it's gonna
sign-
work again this
But what
season,
makes you
these
guys think?
Benny,
Tag
go
away.
ahead, Ty.
But what makes you guys think that Konate won't start? Like that's the thing. Like I'm getting the points you guys are making about Matip and Gomez and stuff like that. And yes, Benny is right. The top performing defender for RB Leipzig was Upamecano. But if you look at the statistical stuff and you look at his tackles, he is actually the dominating defender. He is technically exactly
And he's a ball
like Van
carrier.
Dijk. He's that kind of defender.
That's
So I'm just questioning like what makes you guys think that he's not going to be a starter? Because on it personally, like from watching RB Leipzig and from watching the Bundesliga, he's much better than Joe Gomez. He's much better than Matip. So why wouldn't it
He
be
can't
him
start,
starting
you're
next
right,
to
Ty, he can't
Virgil van Dijk? 'Cause
Ooh, I'm sorry.
in all honesty,
Gomez and Van Dijk together.
in all honesty, when I was looking at it, then I was thinking when you guys signed him, I was actually thinking that was the perfect option for Liverpool to get. The only way you could have gotten a better option is if you guys signed Upamecano. But Konate is a solid defender who's going to be perfect next to Van Dijk. So the two of them starting would actually be the best option for Liverpool going forward.
But that's what I'm saying. We
He
can
could be the
debate.
Champions League defender. I think he can start. He's right. He can start.
We can debate this whole thing. We can see next week when the season starts, Klopp plays all three of them. Gomez, Van Dijk, and Konate. And then he's playing a holding defender.
Yeah.
Fabinho was playing in the
And
diamond.
I think that is what
he's
he's going to
also
do
playing.
now, no?
That's also an option, yeah.
So, you're going to change
It's difficult to say Gomez is going to start before Konate.
Pre-season.
I trust in
He will
Klopp.
change system.
Ever since he came there, I trust in Klopp. And if he comes out with a plan, see the plan out, see what his plan is. Then we can discuss, because everyone has their preference of who suits Van Dijk best. And history shows Gomez was the better one. But we didn't have Konate when Gomez was there. We didn't have Fabinho playing centre-back when Gomez. Fabinho can even start centre-back in the first game of the season.
And that's my point, sister. I was saying that is not an issue for you. The issue of centre-back is not going to be the issue going into next season. That's my point.
Our issue last season was depth. That is, I'll stick to that. Reason being, our front three wasn't firing. We couldn't swap around. Our defenders was injured. We were forced to swap. We had like 27 combinations in 30 games.
Yeah.
But that was
and
forced changes.
was Jota when Jota was fit. When Jota was fit, it was a different team.
Exactly. But if our front three come out like 2 seasons ago for this season, even if there's any defense, you can bring Thiago, bring Varane, bring the best defenders in the world. The class of our front three, even if you read them and you know them, there's no way you're going to keep them out for a full 90. And I believe that. If you watch all Liverpool's games and you watch every Salah's, every move, Firmino's every move, Klopp will find a way. If not by halftime, second half, he will find a way. So
but what is wrong with the plan B? What is wrong with the plan B? What is wrong with signing a number 9, a fuller number 9, that you can change the system either in the game, either in the season? It's like he doesn't want
I agree.
He had
Why
Jota,
doesn't
he
he want
has
to do that?
Origi, he has Shaqiri.
Same WhatsApp group. Same WhatsApp group.
It doesn't matter. It does.
Look.
We're not gonna. If Liverpool can't score a goal, they're not gonna go change their formation to 4-5-1 or to play with 2 strikers. We don't even have 2 number 9s. We only have wingers. Mane is a winger, Salah is a winger, Firmino is a midfielder.
Firmino, yeah.
He plays as a 10. We don't have a 9 because we don't play with that option. Liverpool,
a quiet option to have for Liverpool. We've been
I think
saying
you guys
this last
need a number
season
9.
and the season before.
but it
I
worked
mean,
for us.
Origi is not. He's not going to change the game. If you 88th minute and it's 2-1 to United 2, Liverpool 1, are you going to bring Origi on?
Yes, and
Yes.
do what he did to Everton.
But
He
bro,
didn't
I
do it
never
last
doubted
season.
that. Bro.
He's had Origi on the bench the whole of last season.
Origi's not
Benni,
cut. Origi didn't
Benni,
speak yet. Origi's
Benni,
just scoring
I'm
goals important.
I'm not.
They're not even
But
doing it
I'm
now.
all
not
players,
fixated.
Benni, you just
I'm not
smacked the
fixated
standards.
on
But all
I'm not
players
fixated
and
on the
Liverpool
players. I'm more on Klopp's plan. Who he uses, it doesn't matter. He did it with Dortmund when they didn't have big names. My thing is, he can bring on Klopp, bring on Shaqiri, bring on Curtis Jones for all I care. It was Klopp's decision. I believe Klopp made the right decision. Because he will change the game with the person that you least expect is going to change the game. No one knew of Nat Phillips. Then suddenly we get the clean sheet. Then another clean sheet. Nat Phillips. Many will say he was forced to do that. Oh, Paschal.
Yeah, how's it
He's
been?
the-
Where's your one negative?
That's so hello.
Jigga said it early on. Jigga said it early on. The FSG back club, no, bro. That Ellison and Van Dijk signings was made from Coutinho money. Besides that, when did they really back club? When did they really back a Liverpool manager?
Which
But
is,
Liverpool
it's actually
back club
perfect.
Us not-
But
not
now,
signing-
listen, whoa,
Benny,
whoa.
Benny,
I'm just saying,
wait.
that's
Us
not
not
being
signing a player doesn't mean it's the FSG not backing him. If Klopp doesn't want to sign a player, it doesn't mean no one gave him the money to sign a player. He didn't want to sign a player. When he wanted to, you can say it's Coutinho's money, right enough. Even Suarez's money. Because that money that we got to Suarez, we just never used. Because we bought 5 players, cost us like 50 million. All 5 of them. But Klopp didn't sign players because he was busy working out this structure. When he said, now that our defense is messed up, we need Van Dijk and Ellison, he got them. Van Dijk, we could have got the previous season. We could have got the next season. He wanted him there, and they said it's 85 million. The FSG gave him 85, whether it was Coutinho's money or not. 85 million was paid for Van Dijk, which is not like Liverpool. We buy a player for 35 million and sell him for Suarez's money, Coutinho's money.
It's fitting that you mentioned Coutinho and Suarez. First, let me say welcome, Master P. How are you, my bro?
The champ's in the building, bro. I'm good.
Hey,
I've got the blue sticker, everything for you, man. I have
In the building. I had to let you guys warm up the show first, man. You know, the losers come on first and then the champs come on.
welcome, my bro. Welcome, bro. Don't worry, I'm coming on to Charles now. I actually want to bring Ty in because Beaster mentioned something very significant, and Benny as well, in terms of reinvesting money into the squad. Ty, there's a bit of a European feel to it. What is your take on what's been happening at Barca lately in terms of having to get rid of certain players on the wage bill? How much do you think that's going to help? Do you see any more reinvestment into the squad? Look, and the next question I want to ask you is, Memphis has been on bits. Could Messi be walking in in Memphis this time around next season, and how are you feeling about that?
Okay, wait, I'll start with the first question that you asked. The I Okay, basically, I don't see any more signings coming into Barca. Do I want signings? Yes. Is it kind of a benefit that we can't get in signings? Yes, also because like in preseason, I've been seeing some amazing performances from a few of our youth team players who have already bought their place into the first team structure for next season. The issue with it is the president of La Liga basically put the wage cap. He put the wage cap on every single club in La Liga, but then Barcelona was hit with it extremely hard because technically, since Lionel Messi's contract expired, he's not under our wage bill. So it means when we re-sign Messi, it technically counts as a signing. So that's why people are making jokes now, like, is Messi going to be unveiled at Barca and all of this? So because of that, it makes it an issue to bring him in. And the fact that he agreed to a 50% wage cut, so he's still going to earn like 50 million per season. But the fact that he counts the signing, it means it hits us. So there's like that side, like that talk about we need a midfielder to bolster up the midfield, and there might be another defender coming in, all that. That's not going to happen. We're not going to have any more signings. The transfer business we've done so far, it's been amazing. I'm happy for the fact that we got in 4 exciting players. Even Aguero, I think, like, that's the point that I was going to make on the Liverpool question. Like, take it from someone that didn't have a number 9 last season. When you have a number 9 and you know there's a guy that's just going to stand there and score you goals, it makes a massive difference. But getting back to the team, we did amazing business. There's still a lot of players that need to be shipped out. That is issues that the previous president started, because now we're sitting with all those players on massive wages. I mean, I was just joking with Oscar the other day, and he was shocked when I told him that Sergio Roberto is on 250,000 a week, and he's a player who's technically my third choice right back right now. Umtiti is injured. He hasn't played more than 14 games in a season since 2016 or 2017. He hasn't played more than 14 games in a season, and he is on 290,000 a week. So that's the situation that my club is on, and we need to get rid of players. Pjanic only made 4 starts last season. Pjanic is on 350,000 a week. So because of those wages, we need to get rid of players, and that's why I'm so happy that our president is taking drastic measures now. Now it was just showed like 3 days ago that he issued an open letter to Pjanic, basically stating that this is the letter we are giving you. Whichever club comes along to sign you, you have the freedom to go wherever you want. It can be Orlando Pirates, it can be Kaizer Chiefs, it can be anywhere. Wherever you want to go, here's your letter. You can leave for free. So basically, we're resorting to releasing players we're resorting to loaning out players, and also just doing anything we can to get them off the books. But is Messi going to sign? Yes, he's definitely going to sign. It's been confirmed by multiple sources that he's going to be signing at Barcelona. That's the whole thing now about the unveiling and all that. He should. There's a good chance that he could even feature in our last friendly before the season even starts. That's like the whole little surprise that they want to do with Messi. And getting into that, Depay has been performing well. Also, you can't judge preseason too much, but the things that he's doing, the thing that excites me the most about Depay is you can see he's a hungry player. Like, he's a player that wants to be on the pitch, wants to do something. Every single time he's asking for the ball. And the thing that used to frustrate me the most about players like Griezmann and them, Griezmann would get the ball, try all these little dazzling stuff, and then he wouldn't shoot. Depay makes his way to the box and he shoots. Like, I love the fact that against Stuttgart he had 6 chances on target. Like, I love that. Whenever he gets the ball, he just wants to shoot. And that's exciting because now I can't wait to see what he's going to do in a team with Messi constantly just giving him even more chances to score in a game.
Well, look, fair enough. I hear that, and I'm glad you're feeling much more positive than what you were last this time. Look, you mentioned that you need to get rid of certain players. 4 players off the top of your head, who would you get rid of? I know there's been talk of Coutinho. I know some talks about Dembele, that type of thing. If I had to let you choose 4 players to get rid of to free up that wage bill, I know there have been rumors of Saul coming your way and Griezmann going the other way as well. How do you feel about that deal?
Okay, first I'll speak about the 4. My 4 options would be Umtiti, it would be Pjanic, it would be Sergio Roberto, and it would be Griezmann. The thing is with Griezmann, there's a lot of fans that have been speaking and praising Griezmann recently, where they're like, no, he should stay at the club and stuff. Then I'm the first person on Twitter that's like, why would you want him to stay? Like, even if he decides he's gonna be this generous god that we think
There's
he
a
is,
midfielder
and he's
you
gonna
can
take a wage cut.
Sorry, guys. There's a midfielder you can take.
Great.
Take him, please.
This, at least I know he would come on less wages and he would do more than Pjanic would do. Pjanic is the most useless player I've ever seen in my life. And with
Jigga will
Griezmann,
go to Barcelona and win Ballon d'Or, bro. Jigga will win Ballon d'Or.
see, oh, and funny enough, I forgot to mention Coutinho. Coutinho would also be another one that I would just force to, because Coutinho is also on hectic wages. And the worst thing is now we're stuck in the predicament where we need Coutinho to leave, or else we're gonna pay Liverpool a certain amount when he reaches 100 appearances. So we literally have a player in our club that we can't play, or else Liverpool's gonna benefit. So then what's the point? And with Griezmann, it's like I was mentioning, even if he does decide to take a wage cut, he's still gonna be on 300,000 a week. So what's the point of keeping a player that's 300,000 a week and he has to be on your bench? Because in all honesty, if the pie is fighting the way I see he's going to, Messi's going to be starting, and also when Fati walks back into the team, I can't see Griezmann starting. And also remember, the reason why we signed Depay and Aguero was because Griezmann was supposed to be leaving. So that's why we signed a number 9 and a player that can emulate that work rate of Griezmann. So I don't see why people are now saying that Griezmann should stay. It actually angers me, because he should be gone. He should just leave right now. He's that one. Umtiti is the other one. Pjanic is the last one, and Roberto. Because I think Roberto is just staying at the club because he knows if he leaves, he'll never get another move like this. He'll never play at another club like Barca. So that's why he's just forcing his way to the team.
Yeah, but before he signed his contract, everybody wanted to sign Sergio Roberto. Especially Arsenal.
Yeah,
I'll
remember,
just show
that
that
was-
video of him against PSG.
Sergio Roberto.
See, that's the
quality
issue,
player.
because he earned his contract against PSG. That was the issue. He went from 60,000 a week to 250,000 just for scoring
Because
against
he had so
PSG.
many suitors.
And remember, I've seen Carl Jenkinson score goals. I've seen Iwobi score goals. That doesn't mean they're quiet players. It's the fact that he just scored at the best time
You
possible.
had to mention an
So
Arsenal
that's what
player
earning
now.
a
Did you could have
contract, and
mentioned everyone. Like, none of us have cut players.
Bellerin. Exit Bellerin.
Yeah.
And then don't Barcelona want to sign Bellerin also?
Nah, Bellerin's gone because we got Serginho Dest and Emerson. We don't need any right backs now.
Serginho Dest is good.
Lucky.
And we have Emerson.
Yeah. Look,
The next Danny Alves.
let's come on to it. I actually I don't know who to choose from between Benni and Paschal, because I actually wanted to
Paschal
chat
didn't talk
around.
yet. I miss
Sorry?
Paschal. Ask Paschal. I miss Paschal. Ask Paschal.
He said he's the champ, so he wants to stay for last. Paschal, my G, first and foremost, talk to me. Are you feeling about your transfer business? Look, obviously there hasn't been much
Well, lack
transfer
thereof.
business coming in, but what I
Right.
will say is, and I'll give Chelsea credit for this. They've been doing this for years with their youth system. They've already in this window they've already raked up 60 million just on incomings alone, or outgoings. Already they've recuperated 60 million. Livramento, I think it was Paschal, that went to Southampton and left back yesterday as well.
Yeah.
But incomings, my bro, I saw 85 million bid for Lukaku, rejected along with Alonso. How are you feeling about that? If I should ask you,
Chris-
look, I know we've spoken about the whole Harry Kane thing. There's a Haaland, there's a Lukaku, there's even a Lautaro Martinez. How are you feeling about it with the whole striker situation?
First of all, I think Harry Kane is gonna go to City. I really do. I don't think he's gonna be Chelsea bound. I mean, there have been rumors whereby he said he wanted to play for Pep, right? So you kind of have to believe that. So I'm kindly writing him off. I don't think he's a Chelsea bound player. But I'm gonna talk about the two gents that you mentioned. For me, Davey, it's about the numbers game. I just think, look, everybody knows Chelsea needs that number 9. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, when you win Champions League and Jorginho is like supposed to be your top scorer in the league with penalties only, you know what I mean? So So everybody knows Chelsea is after that one missing link up front. And so they're going to hold out. You know what I mean? They obviously, all like Inter knows very, very well that they could have accepted that 85 mil plus Alonso. You know, plus they could have even just demanded any other player apart from N'Golo Kante and the other guys, but they could have added somebody else onto the list. They'd have taken the deal, but they want 100 plus. And I can guarantee you, if we cut them a check for 100 plus, they'll probably accept it. You know, so getting back to the question that you asked me in that group chat, where you said, who do you think is more likely to come through? I think Lukaku is more likely, because you can see Dortmund are still holding on to this dude like, I don't even know what, bruh. And the threat for them is that he could easily walk out next season anyway. You know,
Exactly.
And I've heard
For nothing,
for far
for
less than
nothing.
what they're demanding. You know what I mean? So that doesn't make
65.
sense for me. It's at the end of the day, I just think
65 million pounds.
Haaland should do what Harry Kane has done. You know what I mean? Just don't show up for training or something like that, because he clearly wants to join Chelsea. And if he does that, then
No,
he
he
forces
doesn't.
their hand.
He doesn't. It doesn't, Paschal. They asked him about it and he said, I hope it's a rumor.
No, but that's what they all say, Benny. You know that. That's what they all say in front of the cameras.
There's
But at
not
the-
someone that
I'm
wants to join Chelsea.
Dude, I'm telling you, that dude wants to come through. But at the end of the day, I think the more likely between the two is probably Lukaku. I think Lukaku is more likely to come up because these guys are demanding 150. They actually turned out 150 mil, if I'm not mistaken, for Haaland. You know what I mean? So I don't clearly know how much they want for the bra, to be honest with you. So I think Lukaku is more likely to come through. But I'm not worried about the incoming transfers because, you know, we did a lot of work last season already. You know, and you can see the promise. You know, that's why we're shining in gold right now. So I'm not really worried about any lack of incoming players. But we already
we will now be known as Humble P. Humble P.
I've never seen him like this.
Humble Paschal. I've never met Humble Paschal. Man's bursting
you
with
know
humility.
you know why I'm like this, Benny. You denied me a podcast the week Chelsea won the Champions League, and you had to know
Because none of us is in the mood for that. None of us is in the mood for that. Bro.
Exactly.
So, Paschal, you kept on long. You kept on long for this. Yo, it's a long.
I've been
stages
itching
again.
for 2 months. I've been itching this moment.
I can see no matter what, you are gonna have your moment. I can see you are gonna have your moment to mature for that.
How many times we're coming late, man? This is coming late, like fuck I'm here. He just had to wear sunglasses. Klaar.
I was gonna put on some shades because you know Chelsea's future is so bright right now, like nobody can see us. Yeah, but
Paschal, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You guys sold Giroud too soon because if it's not Lukaku, if it's not Haaland, there's no one else.
That's the thing.
No other number 9.
Mark,
That's the
Sorry?
Werner signing a new 5-year.
Jesus Christ. Now that's nothing. You want
Jesus Christ.
to sell Tammy Abraham, no? You want to sell Tammy Abraham, who is, mind you, English.
yeah.
He knows the league. He's
Uh-huh.
a brilliant finisher. He's extremely young. His potential is unlimited.
No.
Yes, bro.
This is-
Yes, bro. And then you get
Bruh.
Timo Werner, man.
No. Dude,
nah, Benni, I'm gonna politely disagree.
One of
now,
Hitler's
man.
I'm sorry.
grandchildren.
finisher. No.
I'd pick
he's a
Tammy
lanky
Abraham
old
over
veteran.
Timo Werner every day. Every day.
Dude,
Every
I'll
day.
tell you guys one thing. Nah? I think unless they get Lukaku or Haaland, I would say hang on to Timo Werner because you know how it is. The first season is always going to be a crappy season unless you're the likes of, you know, the Diego Costas and all of these other guys who came through and set the league alight immediately. You know what I mean? So I think give him a second season just to see if Haaland sticks with Borussia and Inter still hold on to Lukaku. Because at the end of the day, I still believe that even though we've got this problem up front, there's still a couple of guys there. You know what I mean? It's not like we have nobody. So I believe, Kai Havertz could. Look, he's had his moment last season. Yeah. So just in case some of these two guys could shine this coming season, you never know. But at the end of the day, I'd bank my hopes on Lukaku. I think that's what we need. Somebody who can guarantee us 25 goals a season. You know what I mean? That's somebody proven. And if we were to get that, I can guarantee you guys I'll come on the show and I'll guarantee Chelsea win the Premier League title if they got one of those two guys.
Lukaku, Haaland.
Yeah, Lukaku or Haaland. It doesn't matter who. You can flip the coin. Any one of those dudes up front with the team we've got already, I can guarantee you we're gonna give Man City a
Brilliant that you actually mentioned
Paschal,
it because,
so you saying, Paschal,
okay.
Paschal, so hypothetically, let's say you guys do get Lukaku, and let's say City gets Harry Kane. You still think you would win the league?
I think City just kind of maybe wins it just by a whisker, but I think we come in second.
I don't know.
February.
think?
That's the whisker.
Wait, one more.
The whisker.
One more for you, Paschal. Okay, so if you get Lukaku and City get Kane, and if reports are to be believed, let's say Arsenal get Lautaro Martinez, then how's it going to be placed? You think Arsenal will make top 4 then?
Don't.
Yeah, that's not
Don't. What's your issue?
Wow.
My issue is that you guys lost to Hibernia.
We're coming there, don't worry. We're coming to Arsenal. I didn't even get on to United yet. Don't worry. You guys need way more than an hour to hear me rant about Arsenal. But going back on this question, and Paschal also, Arsenal has mentioned, it made a good point. You had Lukaku 2 times or 3 times or whatever. What would make this time any different? That type of thing. So, answer that Ashraf's one and Ty's question as well. Should all those strikers go?
Goal scorer. Well, through Lukaku, the goal scorer.
Well, I think the last time that we had Lukaku was wasn't it the Jose Mourinho return season, isn't it? I think.
Yeah.
And then he shipped him off to some other club on loan or something like that. So you know how Jose operates. He wants instant success. You know what I mean? He's not gonna give somebody a season or so to prove themselves. So I would say the only difference that I see with the Lukaku now is that you already know it's a finished package. You already know what you're getting. He's somebody who's now
He's in his prime.
Mature now.
It's the same thing like with Salah in Chelsea.
Yeah.
De Bruyne
in Chelsea.
De Bruyne in Chelsea.
But wait, I have a question for you about that, Paschal.
And now you guys are trying to ruin my mood. Now I can see clearly. But yeah, I think the only difference now is you're getting a striker who's number one, tested success and has been a key part of that success, like at Inter and all that. And he's clearly proven that he can bang in the goals, you know what I mean? And so you just basically it's like the Harry Kane situation where you just want somebody in front who's going to put the ball in the back of the net. That's the end of the story. No, and then you can ask questions later, you know what I mean? So I think that's the only difference. As to Ty's question, can you just repeat it for a second again? And then I'll give you a proper answer.
Oh yeah, so so let's say you get the signing of Lukaku, City gets the signing of Kane, and if Arsenal gets the signing of Lautaro Martinez, where will Arsenal be? Where will Arsenal place in the league?
Arsenal's already top 3 with Ben White.
Okay, so immediately I would say, okay, look, obviously, if Man City get Harry Kane, look, I mean, obviously, man, I mean that's all they need, right? So they'll be favorites to retain the whole thing.
I don't agree with this though. Harry Kane, Harry Kane, is he going to be that same Harry Kane under Pep? That demands so much of his players?
Benny, let me ask you something. Benny, before I finish answering the second part of Ty's question, let me ask you something. What does Harry Kane have to do in that Man City team except score goals? Like literally, what does he really have to do?
I agree with you, Paschal.
I
He's
also
got all
agree.
the creators behind him, bruh.
Pep
Like,
doesn't
what
want
does
someone
he?
that's just going to stand the last person. Pep wants you to defend from the front. He wants you to move as a team, to defend as a team, to attack as a
But
team.
you know,
Why do you think
but
Zlatan Ibrahimovic never worked under Pep? Why do you
Now,
think
that,
David
Benny,
Villa
before
didn't
anyone
work under
answers
Pep?
you, that comes back to my point with Liverpool, with Pep not having a number 9. So
Exactly.
he doesn't have a number 9 with the mere fact of Salah dropping, Mane dropping, Foden dropping, Mane's dropping, Sterling dropping. That is their style of playing. So that's what I'm
Right
saying.
enough,
Liverpool,
right enough.
they can't
right
break.
enough.
They can't. I hear what you're saying as a game changer. 60th minute, you need something different. Bring on a 9 that's going
That's
to
why
do
they didn't win
something.
the Champions League final against Chelsea.
Who's gonna pay 90 million for a top class number 9 to sit on the bench and wait for us to need a game changer? Now we must change
about
our
to pay
style
150
because
million for Kane. City's about to pay
with oil
150
money.
million for Kane.
That's
It's the
oil
same
money.
thing,
We
bruh.
using Coutinho and Suarez money.
At the end of the day, is Kane going to be that Kane under Pep Guardiola? There's no guarantees of that. Not one.
Yeah,
But think of it like this, Benny.
That's why
Benny,
I
think
feel
you would.
Grealish is a better signing for them as what Kane is going to be for them. Because Grealish is that type of
City
player,
spent
the
the whole of
worker.
last season, the second half of last season, without a striker. Jesus didn't play and
Exactly.
Aguero didn't play. Remember? They played false nine from January right through to the Champions League final. They
And it
lost the
suits them
fucking
because
Champions League final
all
because of
10
that.
players is workers, and that's what Liverpool does. Same thing. So I don't see the reason for us buying a
I don't
9.
agree with that. I don't agree with that at all.
Then I would
At
use
all.
Origi as our
Yeah.
bench player to come on
Yeah,
as a 9
Harry Kane,
and have the game changer. Then to pay 100
Harry
million for
Kane
the
is a
striker to
player
sit on the
already.
bench.
Harry Kane is a player already. He's in the top 3 for how many? For 3-4 seasons, top goal scorer. He's been chasing with the. So he is
but
known
that's their
already for
style.
a goal scorer.
That's their style of play. Pep doesn't play.
But Bruce, brilliant. He's
Spurs.
world
Harry
class.
Kane
He's the
carries
best
Spurs
player
on
in the
the
world for
time,
me.
bro. So I
Exactly.
think if Harry Kane
That's
coming to
right.
a Man City
Because
team,
their style
that is
suits him.
always
Their style of play suits him.
That's
If
it.
he comes into a team that plays as
Benny.
wingers, you don't see Spurs playing with a front 3. They don't.
Benny, just think of it like
They play
this.
with Kane.
You know,
They play
Kane and Son.
Kane and Son. Kane and Ali. Kane and Son. That's how they play. So Kane will shine because the one is the worker. That's how we used to play with Dirk Kuyt. Used to run in blue for Torres to score. Torres was a top goal scorer every season because Kuyt was the worker. Son is the worker. Son also scores, Kuyt also scored. Same concept.
Agreed.
When Klopp came, he came
Benny.
with his front 3. So our number 9, if Torres must come to our team now, or Torres type of player is not going to work. Because we need 3 workers that's going to play from the front, from the back to the front. Our counter-attack is so fast. Our counter-attack is so fast.
That is my point. So you're telling me that Kane is going to be brilliant in Liverpool or is not going to be brilliant? What do
No,
you think,
I'm coming.
Easter?
I was
Is Kane
bringing.
going to be brilliant at Liverpool? Yes or no?
Benny. Any club is gonna
Thank you.
benefit from signing Harry
Benny,
Kane.
wait, Jigga. I mentioned that because you said we need a number 9. And now I'm trying to prove to you we don't need a number 9 because we're not going to pay 70, 80 million for a number 9.
You're proving previous points, my friend. I want to know, is Kane going to be just at Liverpool, yes or no? You said no.
No.
He's not. Now that is my thing about City. Is it worth?
Exactly.
Is it
Wait,
worth
I think you guys are
didn't
thinking
say-
about it the wrong way.
I think Benny's trying to lead it along the lines along the system. Does he fit into that system? If I'm
Yes,
trying
that
to,
is the thing. It's
I know what you mean.
I
Wait,
agree with
Benny.
you.
Can I answer you, Benny?
I'm not
Wasn't.
a fan of
Aguero
Kane.
wasn't
I'm not a fan of Kane going to City.
Aguero
Kane going to City.
adapted and changed his game in order to suit Pep's style. Can you remember when Pep signed
And then he
him?
got injured because he
Aguero
never
didn't
worked that
play.
hard ever.
Exactly. Now Kane is not that player either.
Exactly.
Kane is
Why
not
I also
that
say
good.
I
Wait,
agree
Benny.
with you. Grealish is a better pick than Kane is for City.
Yes.
Now,
Thank you, Beaster. That is my
I
point.
wasn't disagreeing with you ever. I only brought up the old point to show you that we don't need a 9 because it's not going to work. For the exact same reasons you say Kane is not going to
Yeah,
work.
but you don't need 150 million number 9. Nobody's saying
So
go out
who-
and buy a
who-
number
now
9.
give me
150
one.
million.
Bowen.
Keep Solanke. Don't sell Solanke. Let Solanke be your plan fucking B.
Then I
showed
might as well
that.
keep Origi as my
You know what
plan
I
B.
mean?
Why doesn't
Go out
Liverpool
and
then just
sign
go
Harry
after
Kane.
Danny Ings?
City is going out and
Danny
signing
Ings will
Harry
be your
Kane.
number 9 then.
Kane is in his prime. and
Brilliant,
goal scorer,
brilliant
25.
signing for Liverpool. Danny Ings would be a brilliant signing for Liverpool. Am I right,
Exactly.
Jigga?
Danny Ings will be your number 9.
he's
He
still-
won't be a guaranteed starter. And at the same time, you can still swap him with Firmino while Firmino is going through this
Brilliant,
whole phase of
brilliant.
his career is going through.
I wasn't a fan of
But
Ings
getting back
leaving.
to Benny's previous point, getting back to Benny's previous point, I think there's also a certain level of respect that you have to give Pep Guardiola. It's the kind of thing where if you're the coach of his stand or like of his level, you also know what a certain player will bring to your team. I'm sure the way we scaling, the way we arguing and stuff, Pep knows if Kane walks into my team, I'm not even gonna bother asking him to fit the system, to go and press defenders and stuff. All I need him to do is guarantee me goals. I'm gonna let the rest of my team work extra hard so that he can get those goals. That's all he needs to do. It's the same thing like when Suarez signed for Atletico Madrid now. They won the league. They were quiet. Everything with the season. He was amazing. He was amazing for Atletico Madrid. Do you think Simeone told him, Chigga, I still want you to work because Atletico Madrid is known for working hard on the pitch? You think they told him, Chigga, you need to still work? No, he was their player that all he was supposed to do is lam up and score goals. And also what you guys are forgetting is Liverpool likes to play on the counter and stuff like that. With City's a total dominating team. City's the kind of team who they want to take you out of the game. They want to keep possession. They want to attack you as much as possible. As soon as you get the ball, they want to get it back as quick as possible. So for something like that, they're going to be giving you, they're going to be the team that's going to be taking 20 shots per game, 15 shots per game. Now, at least I'm sure Pep Guardiola wants to know that he doesn't have to rely on Phil Foden, Kevin De Bruyne, and all those players for his goals. He knows that he wants us to do that for his team. Just to either when he takes a shot, I know he's going to score. And it's the same thing like, let's say it wasn't Kane. Let's say it was Lewandowski coming to City. You think he's going to tell Lewandowski that Lewandowski has to run after defenders and stuff? No, he's going to tell Lewandowski, you sit there, you're going to get all the chances in this game. We're going to make sure that you score. I think that's how you have to think of it.
Under Pep at Bayern Munich was not a happy striker. Robert Lewandowski at Bayern Munich was not a happy striker under Pep at Bayern Munich.
True.
That was the links of
Yeah, he
China.
wasn't happy, but also that wasn't the level of Lewandowski that
I
he's
hear
now.
what you're saying, Ty, but I don't see Pep doing that with any striker.
Yeah, he's elite. His system is
Because
elite.
of his
You fit into
history
his
by
system.
all
You
his
don't-
clubs.
you don't turn the
Messi was
system
also
to
the
you.
lazy guy. Messi wasn't always that worker. Messi
Yeah,
used to
exactly.
take you on, but he never used to drop.
Yeah, never ever. Okay, so think of it like this. So let's say the board does go through with it. Let's say we do see next week Kane signing for City. It's guaranteed. It's going to happen. Everything. Do you guys honestly think that he's going to leave Kane on the bench then? Do you think that he's
can't.
going to
can't.
force
Now,
through
I
a
will- I
system
will
that
be
he
excited
thinks
to
might
see-
not work
I will be excited
just
to see how it
because
works
just
with
because it's
Kane
his
there.
way of playing?
I don't think
Yeah,
so.
that's my thing.
Okay, look.
Like I just think that he will fit. Yeah, he will fit it to Kane.
Kane
You
is a
said-
benefit to any club, period. Owens Raj is all I'm
The
gonna
way
say.
I
Kane
see
is a benefit,
Pep,
klaar.
Pep
He's a
doesn't care
25
who you
goal
are.
scorer per season, klaar. He's a
He will
debating man,
bench
Brad.
you, whoever you are. Pep doesn't care who you are, he will bench you. He will show you you're not bigger than this club. But it's different with him signing a player. I understand that. If he had a player in his team, like
Yeah.
if he came to United and he didn't like Pogba, he would then make it. But if he is yearning to get a player like Kane, then he obviously has a plan because he wants to buy him in.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it would
exactly.
be good to
Yeah.
see when he comes.
And we're talking about big amounts of money now. So
Yeah.
for him
So
to go to
he-
them and say, look, I need 100 million. You need to know what you're going to do with the fucking player.
Yeah, exactly.
And
Exactly.
this could be the other side of Pep now that we can see how dynamic it really is. Because everyone knows, like you said, City is that dominating team. Same was Barca. Bayern was the same. Wherever he goes, they have that because of him. So it will be exciting to see if Kane does come there, how they would approach a game. If it is, like you said, Kane is the one that hangs out in front.
Yeah, exactly.
Everyone else does the work. Same concept. Or, yeah. But him wanting Kane is...
And just for Kane as a player, I'm excited to see that. Just because, like, at the same time, it's hard to say that Kane doesn't deserve some kind of silverware in his career. Like, it would be sad if he's like, do you guys remember Di Natale, quiet player, goes his entire career without the trophy? Or Totti, or someone like that. Like I'm thinking now, it's gonna be so sad if that's the same thing for Kane, where or like
Ever
think
since
of
Gerrard
Morgan
never
Zaha,
won a
you can't
league,
tell
I
me
don't
he
really care
doesn't
about
deserve to go to a
anyone.
bigger team and actually test himself.
You guys
I
say
didn't
that.
say
though.
Gerrard.
Look, I hear that. It actually lines in perfect because I want to hear Benny and Jigga's take on this. This lines are perfect, so I'm coming on to United now as well. Benny, you guys have signed Sancho, Varane. Who's to say Kane doesn't go end up at United right now? Or are you
No,
looking
no.
at currently as it
I
stands?
have this theory. I have this theory. So I want you guys to fight it out amongst yourselves for the Kanes and the Lukakus. And I have a feeling that we're gonna sign Haaland next season. In next window. Yes, bro.
Come on, Benny. You know
This,
that's not happening.
this,
But
Come on,
why
man.
though?
this is live.
Aye.
We are signing Haaland next season, bro. And our transfer window's not done yet.
Benny,
I don't know. I'm thinking maybe Paschal wants to. Sorry. Go on.
Benny, you must give me some of that wine that you're drinking, yo, because that stuff sounds lekker.
Please don't believe it. Please don't believe
Yo.
it.
Benny,
Believe that
Benny
you are
is
a
not
good
Nah,
guy.
this
Jason
is
Haaland.
Haaland.
Gonna
Never.
go play for Ole Gunnar
Never.
Solskjaer. Come
Never,
on.
never, never,
Boy
never.
waiting around there, waiting to come home.
We
When
signing
am I
Benny,
coming
too
Haaland.
close.
home? When am I
We're
coming
signing
home?
Haaland. We're signing
Nah,
Haaland.
come on,
Listen
man.
to me.
No.
Listen to me.
Aye.
Listen to me. We're signing Haaland. Not this season. Nobody's getting him this season. He's staying at Borussia Dortmund.
No, I suppose
He's signing
he
next
would
season.
help next season.
Yeah, not
Next
now.
season, yeah.
I didn't mean
I
now.
think we're talking
I
about
said he's
this.
staying at
Haaland won't come to United because of what Kane did to his daddy.
Look,
That's
they,
funny.
no,
That's a good point.
the reason why Haaland didn't come the first time he went to Dortmund is because the daddy believed that Solskjaer wasn't going to be the long-term manager of Man United. So,
There's a
so
difference.
Ah.
Yeah, I can hear
they're
that.
saying that
I
that's a
can hear
big
that.
reason as to why he signed this 3-year contract now with United. You don't sign a manager for a player, I know that, but everything is working in the line of, look, Haaland loves playing with Sancho. Haaland was born in England, if I'm not mistaken. And
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
you guys need to remember he has a
Mm,
cousin that plays for Mulder that is better than him at his age.
Mm.
So there's that also. And don't forget that
Isn't that his
Solskjaer
baby
and
brother?
Haaland have history.
He's linked with
His cousin.
Liverpool, I think. No?
It's his cousin. Yes, I also heard that.
Oh,
No,
I know which one
he's
you're
Liverpool.
talking about.
He's playing for Boulder. He came on now. He made his debut and then he scored like within 10 minutes. So, and I don't think that United's done with our transfer window just yet.
I also
We
don't
need to
think so.
let go for quite a few players. I think the Andres Pereiras need to leave. The Jesse Lingard's need to leave. Fucking
Wow.
Phil Jones.
I wish United signed more
And-
players because I know they're not going to make top 4 next season. Penny's in a bit
Wow.
of a
That's all.
pick now, but it's fine.
1,000 rand.
Things, where do you stand on it? You too quiet there for my liking. Look, United have got in Sancho and Varane. Obviously, Chelsea, City, Liverpool right now. If obviously Chelsea, I'd imagine Chelsea's going to get that striker. City's obviously City as well. Do you see United as title contenders though, Jigs?
Be honest.
Top four. I'll say, and I'm not saying this to dust. I'm not hitting a Mickey at Benni or United supporters. It's just that you guys do know whenever players come in, we have to first see how they start off. Sancho's a good player to sign. He's young, he's flexible. I see he's got game on him, you know what I'm saying? But Varane is a solid defender. I think that is something that they do, or defender they need in that position, central defender. But this is still the Premier League, you know what I'm saying? If they come as flying, they can scare you. But you know how it goes.
If I'm worried about the defender sitting in, then compare that to, then it's more Sancho than Varane. Varane is proven to me all over that he can do it on all stages.
Yeah, he's solid.
Whether it's for country,
And I
Champions
don't
League.
want to give into the
They're
Sancho hype. People
solid.
thinking that he's gonna come in and take the Premier League by the scruff of the neck. He's still 21 years old, bruh. He's still a kid. Sancho is at least got 2 seasons that we can grow, and that is why I'm glad they didn't give him the number 7, because you don't need that pressure on top of him as well, because the weight on his shoulders is huge. We had to
Look what happened to Valencia.
Bruh, Michael Owen. So I don't think we're done with our transfer business now. I think we're still in for the Trippier, and a centre defensive midfielder would make our window 10 out of 10 with just Sancho, Varane, okay, Tom
Wow.
Heaton, we're not gonna count, and a centre defensive midfielder 10 out of 10
Who?
because that
What
is
about
where we
10
Freddie
out of 10?
McTominay? Freddie
I was just going to ask now, what
McTominay.
about Freddie McTominay? Who is your central
Freddie McTominay-
midfielder, Benny?
where now my preferred.
Yeah,
Any wings?
Donny Vet Arms van de
No.
Beek.
It's difficult because I don't know the system itself. What I mean, surmising is we want Trippier to play as the right wing back so that we can play a back three of Maguire, Varane, and Wan-Bissaka. So if Trippier comes in, then it's Trippier on the right back, Shaw on the left back. Then we need one defensive midfielder. So now that one, it's not going to be Matic, it's not going to be Fred, it's not going to be Scott McTominay. Bruno, Pogba, if Pogba stays. It's between them. If we do sign a central defensive midfielder, I don't want Fred to go, but I think he needs to. I don't think it will be this window though. It will probably be January because it will be a crazy lack of playing time for either one of them. And I think that if Solskjaer had to choose between the two, Scott would get more game time than Fred. To be honest, I want Pogba to go. I don't want Pogba to sign a new contract because if he does, that means that we're going to go through the same fucking thing. Next window, in the window after that, in the window after that. We can sign
Until
this
his contract
a
ends.
32-year deal and we will still have it. So it's extremely frustrating, and I can imagine how frustrating it must be for the team and the culture that Solskjaer is bringing there. It can't be good for the morale. Solskjaer is signing more character and personality over quality. He wants you he wants to see that this can actually be a United player. He acts like a United player. He thinks like a United player before the football qualities come into it. And Pogba doesn't show that. Pogba is against everything that Solskjaer is trying to bring into the club. He needs to go, I think. Whether he stays, I won't be upset if he stays because he's a world-class midfielder and I don't want him to go for free to like a fucking Liverpool or because that is what Mino Raiola does. He runs up the contracts and they go on free transfers to a club of their choice. So Pogba knows that Real Madrid can't afford him. Pogba knows that Juventus can't afford him. The only club that can afford him is PSG, who doesn't actually need him because they have Herrera, they have Idrissa Gueye, they have Verratti, they have Paredes, they have Draxler. So they don't need to sign Pogba. Nobody else can afford him. So if he runs down his contract, which means that United lose him for free twice, he can have his pick of club and he can have his say in salary. So he needs to fuck off, like now.
I never ever heard you say anything positive about Paul Pogba.
No, we don't go Benny.
You know what it is, Brandon? It's irritating, man. It's irritating. I can understand where he's coming from, and I can understand that it's his last contract and whatever. But you don't need to do this. He did it when we signed him. He loves what's the word the suspense of it.
Yeah, the drama.
On that. It's extremely irritating.
But that's the issues with having a superstar player, a player that's always in the limelight. Like I was going to say, that's the same thing that Neymar did. Neymar did not come off one of the best seasons, and yet he still demanded they were going to push his wages up. Hey?
I prefer a player that commit. I prefer to see Donny van de Beek that doesn't play a half an hour last season, go to prison, stay out of the Euros because of his injured, and then come back a beast because he's hungry for the new season coming up. Do you see that from Paul? No.
Yeah.
Don't see that from...
Never.
No, not at all.
Never.
So that is the type of players that we want at United. That is the type of players that Solskjaer wants at United. And Paul Pogba is not that player. I don't know if you guys read the whole Athletic article.
And don't you...
It's one of the accurate pieces.
I was going to say, now, don't you think that your midfielder should be McTominay?
Yes. Yes, but not as a sensitive end.
Because McTominay looks like that kind of player.
Next
He
to
looks like that
Bruno.
hungry
Yeah,
midfielder
box to
that you're
box.
talking about.
That
Exactly.
bleed red devil. Yeah, that is Scott, and that is why I
Yeah.
say Scott takes preference over Fred, not because of the quality. Fred's I think a better quality and talented player than Scott, but that hunger, that determination, that drive from Scott, you're not gonna get that from any other player that you're gonna bring into the club, because he's born and bred Manchester United, born and bred.
Exactly.
Look, I can hear that as well. I know what you mean. I've got best shit at my clubhouse that I want to just get and a Jigga signing a new deal. So that we say.
I was just gonna say now, how can you know what he's speaking about? You have no hungry players there by Arsenal. There's no players that want to be with Arsenal.
That we say for next week. So that one we can say. But look, I want to close up all my going around. I actually want to ask.
No, stop laughing.
Ah. Who's laughing? They said you must stop laughing.
Alex is saying, Benny, stop laughing.
Hello, my boy.
You're laughing. You're laughing, Daddy.
But look, I want to go around. I want to start with Jigga. Look, I know there's still a lot of time before the window closes. But Jigs, I want to start with you first and foremost. On a scale of 1 to 10, how confident are you right now as it stands going into the season?
Starting the season, I'm very confident. I've been watching our pre-seasons, like pre-season training that they have in Austria, like at least once a week. The way the commodity and the players are coming in from the holidays. I saw Thiago was back now the day. Everybody's coming back. So Jota's also back now. So it's nice to see all the defenders because that was our problems. Midfielders, strikers. I think I'm actually confident going to the season. I saw the first 5 games. I saw we're playing Chelsea, third in the season. That's going to be the first big test. I think it's the second or the third game of the season.
That's the first big game of the season.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. I'm looking forward to that big test.
No, Sunday's the first big game.
What's the first big game?
Spurs City.
Fuck that game.
Oh, okay, but that's the Charity Shield.
No, Spurs City is a league game. The Sunday.
It's also a league game. I didn't see that one. So I'm looking forward. I'm confident, man. I am confident. I'm supporting with my team. I'm very confident in going into the new season. And I think of all losses, mistakes, and we are angry. We are an angry team, and I know I'm saying I do see the anger in our team. I do see that we still want, and I do feel it does feel like unfinished business as a supporter because of the season that we had last season, and the way we ended off the season, we ended off very strong. So yes, I'm very confident. I'm looking forward to the season. I think that our local team is hungry enough to take on and challenge. We are definitely title contenders next season. So the challenge is there from us. So I think we are ready. I think we can. Maybe a striker would come in. We don't need much tweaking. It's just 1 or 2 in our puzzle, and I think we're ready. I do think we're ready. Really, I do.
Out of 10, how much would you give it, bro?
Sorry?
Out of 10, how confident are you? Out of 10, how ready is Liverpool in your opinion?
100%. I'll go with a 9. I'm confident. Really, I'm confident. Yeah, you can laugh, but I mean, we had a bad season. But the way we ended, and we still have that in our system. Yes, Paschal, he's got trophy. Yes, Paschal. I acknowledge that, Paschal. But that smirk, motherfucker. That smirk.
Who's in charge, Jigga? Who's in charge? I want to hear you say it.
Pascal the boss. Pascal the boss.
Viewers in the chat, let me know what you guys think. Cole has already given 6 out of 10 for Man United. Let me know, you guys, in the comments, how confident are you ahead of your season and name your club, of course. Beaster, out of 10, my bro, how confident are you as it stands right now?
I'm 10 out of 10 confident, only because Klopp is there. As long as Klopp is there, I would believe. I'm not a superstitious guy, but the last time we had Norwich on the opening day was 2019-2020 season where we won 4-1.
Oh,
And that's the year
wow.
we won the league. So
Oh,
I'm not
wow.
saying anything. We play Norwich again first game of the season. No, but like Jigga said, we might get the striker, we might even get the midfielder. I'm not too fixated on who we get now. So if we get someone, if we don't get someone out, it won't change how happy I am with our team. So if we stay the way we are and we go into the season like that, then I'm all for it. If we get someone in, I know it's not going to be a replacement, it's going to be a depth player. So I'm good with that also. Thiago, I'm going to see this year for the first time in a Liverpool jersey because now our team is there. Last year we were riding on his back and everyone had a lot to say about he's a bad player. He's not what they made it out to be, but he came in there and he had to play Bruno like Bruno had to play for United. So we didn't buy him for that reason. We bought him as a depth player just to bring that type of flair, which he can do now if our full strength team is there. So I'm excited to see Thiago and Jota the season coming. Everyone is on the front three. No, the front three is the same front three for the past 3 years. They're not going to be the same again. We'll see. With Thiago there and Jota there, I see a different ball game.
Yeah.
I agree with Achis 100%. I agree 100% with Achis.
You mentioned that as well. Yeah, I'm actually coming on to you. Out of 10, how much do you go with, Benny? United?
Steiner center defensive midfielder, 10 out of 10, bro. I've never been this confident post-Fergie going into a season. And y'all can say what you want, no, but you guys, you can see the progress. You can see the progress. The signings that we made is brilliant. The talk coming out to the camp with regards to who we linked with and who's leaving, very happy. Start of the season, we have very easy fixtures, our first 5 or 6. So the start is going to be the most important part of this season for any of us, for United, for City, not Arsenal, for Liverpool, for Chelsea.
Wow.
The start is extremely important.
Fair enough. Ty, Barcelona, talk to me.
I'll give it to be honest with you, excitement levels, I'll give it a 10 out of 10. Like I can't wait for this season to start. Like just potential wise alone, all I needed last season was a solid centre back to come in and a solid striker. I got 2 players that can provide me the goals. I have one of the most exciting defenders coming in. I got players that I don't like that's leaving the club. I got an exciting, an attacking team that's playing, and also there's a lot of youngsters that's coming in. So it's an exciting time to be a Barcelona fan. So I'm giving it a 10 out of 10.
Sure. I think I'm in the wrong room here, because I'm here. Khalif is even 3.5. I'm at 2, my bro. One because we have a 25-man squad, and the other one because we'll have to complete 38 games a season. So I'm in the wrong place here, guys, honestly. Paschal, how are you feeling, my bro? Out of 10?
All right, so there's one question that I didn't answer because obviously everybody else had something to say. Ty asks me where Arsenal's going to finish. Now, I think if they get whoever they want to get, like they'll finish a solid 7th or something like that. Yeah. Solid 7th.
Yeah, I think they'll finish 12th.
Look, we've got
to get whoever they want to get with. Messi, Ronaldo.
Before COVID on let's talk about it. Look.
They'll finish solid 7th. They'll have a solid season. So it'll be a 7th.
You even putting us, you know what? You're putting us even higher than what I've got. You know why? I'm gonna give a short 2-minute rant actually. I look at all of us. I look at everyone here. Obviously, Ty, you support Barcelona, but you've got a much better squad than Arsenal, of course. I look at Liverpool now. Liverpool have signed Konate. I look at United. United have signed Varane. Chelsea are linked with Kahunde, Zuma going the other way. Chelsea are European champions. We've signed Ben fucking White. Out of all of us, you guys still have improved in an area. You are still better than us in one area alone. Let's get that out. We've lost Caballos. We've lost Guendouzi. Torreira's, Lord knows wherever Torreira is. Odegaard is wherever. So we're weaker in midfield. I'd even go as far as to say we're worse off than we were going into the season now than we were last season. We're giving Granit Xhaka, Hector Bellerin new contract. So
is that getting a new contract?
Bellerin getting a new contract. Seriously.
And you still have William.
Oh, don't.
Isn't
And-
Odegaard back at? Didn't Odegaard go back to Madrid?
Yeah, Odegaard
Yes,
back at
but
Real Madrid.
now apparently wants to come back on loan. Apparently wants to come back on loan. I don't want him.
Nah, he's
Get me
staying
players
at
out.
Madrid. He's staying.
He can stay there. He never did anything wonderful for me in any case. What's this one West Ham game? For me
But
personally, we need players-
Devin, I'm sorry, no, Devin. Ben White is a brilliant defender. And a
but
lot
he's
of
not
people
as
is
good as
getting...
what you've got, bro. He's not gonna
Yeah,
take us
but
there.
everybody's getting carried away with the 50 million.
Varane.
Exactly.
Comparison, yeah.
You can't be doing that, bruh. You can't take the money out of it because for me it seems as if a player's quality and a club signs him for 2 million, then he's shit. Never mind what that player can bring. At the end of the day, he's an English player. That is the English tax that you pay on English. It's his price plus 20. So you guys pay basically his value is 30 million.
Yeah.
Ben White, is he going to improve Arsenal? Yes, he is. But leave.
Who's he gonna pay, Benny?
Can-
Who does Ben White pay in Arsenal?
Can I add to that quick, Benny?
Who does
Benny,
Ben
can I
White
add to that
pay
first?
in Arsenal? In the defense.
Gabriel, that's going to be your centre back partnership. I hope.
Yes,
Gabriel
I'm
and-
with you
Yeah.
there.
Also,
And Holding. Ben White and Holding. Chambers.
No,
They got
No,
the
no.
Ben White and Gabriel.
You make Ben White
He
white. Ben
also-
White is cuck. You don't sign cuck in your Arsenal, man. Ben White is cucking.
No,
What's
you're
in
not
plan?
coming.
I disagree with
also
you, Jigga.
something
I
else.
disagree with you,
Ben
Jigga.
White
else
is
that he
Ben
must be
White in
thinking.
Arsenal. Ben White was quiet. He's not Arsenal material, man. He's not Arsenal material.
I'm against Devon this season. I fully stand behind Arsenal this year. Like, I have a feeling that Arsenal is going to come back with something special. Saka, for me, Lacazette is
Not as long
gonna
as
turn his
Arteta
game
is there.
around. Aubameyang is going to turn his game around. Everyone, there's
I
just
hope
going to
so,
be...
Louis, not
I hope you're right, my
There's
guy.
just
I hope
something
you're
about
right.
Arsenal that...
Also, trust the process.
Arsenal need to
Seriously,
find
not-
a big name
Give it
defender.
time.
Really?
He must be
And should
back.
have gone also
He
for
must
a
be
big
back.
defender and a big name defender, man. Because Arsenal isn't a cuck club, but they do need that big name defenders. You know what I'm saying? They do need it. I
All I'm
believe in
saying
it.
is
I don't.
Arteta comes from
But
Pep,
Jigga,
bro.
but I haven't-
He was taught by Pep. He does everything with a reason, with his
But
own
he's not
reasoning.
Pep.
He's not
He's
Pep,
not
but
gonna
he
be
comes
Pep.
from.
He's
He
gonna
comes
crack
from
it.
there.
He's not Pep, I can't
He
stand
comes
him.
from there. He comes from there. If he takes 5
He-
years to
but
sign
also
all the
one
players
thing-
that he needs, you'll see the change. I know you'll see the change in Arsenal.
I don't
Check
know.
it,
Chilla.
guys.
It's
Let me
gonna
just
be
tell you guys
I'm
something. Like,
telling you guys.
it's
After a month, we're in the bottom 3. Really, we're gonna draw with Brentford.
Nah.
We're gonna lose to Chelsea. We're gonna lose to City. Then we'll be in the bottom 3. Mark my words.
Is that your first 3 games?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's the first 3, bro.
Jesus.
It's looking, it's looking less for us, bro.
Yo, bruh.
Tai, you were gonna say
But you
something?
need to make signings. You need to make signings.
oh yeah.
You need to make
Look at the
signings.
signings.
Nah, the point I was gonna
Okay,
make
man.
was gonna be about Ben
Okay,
White.
Sorry,
The thing
Tai,
is-
sorry.
Oh, no, sorry.
Forget the signings.
Go on, Nana, go on, D.
I can name about 6 players off the top of my head that should be gone already. The season starts in 2 weeks. Nketiah, Maitland-Niles,
Yeah.
Reece Nelson, Bellerin, Xhaka, Randerson, a whole lot. That's 6 just off the top of my head. Forget about coming in. We need to get rid of this Dross Kolasinac. You all saw him off the Sunday. He is dog shit. Sorry. There's Dross at this club, my brother. But rotten to the core. When milk is sour, you don't put it back in the fridge. You take it out. You throw it away. That's gonna be less. Mark my words. It's not been Christmas this season. You can invite him to all your houses. If you have a job, then he'll be available. Go ahead, Ty.
Yo, Ashraf.
Look at that one of
Oh, yeah,
Ashraf.
yeah. What I was gonna speak about was
The last part, man. The last part.
You got all the Arsenal fans mad now, man. You agree?
Oh, that's the comment of the day. Oh, it's the best comment.
Yo, what a comment, bro.
Uh,
Yeah, and he support Arsenal, man. He support Arsenal.
You got all the Arsenal fans mad. Yeah, man.
Everyone
Everyone
pull a gun.
Let's come back.
Nah, chill,
Calma,
dude.
calma.
the point I was gonna make, was just about Ben White, man, because I agree with Benny. Like a lot of fans are actually like the immediate comparison was people were saying Arsenal should have done better because United signed Varane and Arsenal signed Ben White. But there was quite chat that they were having the other day on Talk BBC. And then they were talking about the signing of Ben White, and they broke it down quite. They were like, think of it when United signed Rio Ferdinand from Leeds United. Back then, a lot of the United fans were also complaining. You're spending 30 million on a defender that's not really as proven as we would like. Arsenal is doing the exact same thing. You're spending the money on a player that you just know the quality is there. Think about it. He's young. He's exciting. At the same time, he just broke into the England squad. There was a reason that he got chose to represent England also. So think about that.
Yeah,
like
there's
there's a lot of potential there. At the same time, 50 million. At the same time, 50 million for him. Yes, it is a big price tag, but at the same time, you need to take the price tag out of that because with English clubs, they do always tend to charge more for their players. So in actuality, you could have gotten a Van Dijk for 75 million. You could have gotten a Maguire for 80 million, but instead you got a younger defender who looks more exciting, and you just in 50 million. So think of it like that.
I'm still saying Arsenal is going to be the surprise package.
But Arsenal, that's my point. Arsenal, for Arsenal is renowned. I know you're saying he's a younger player, for a little bit more about the potential, etc. But for Arsenal, a big name player for the moment.
Sorry, Jigga. Sorry. I can't get enough of this commitment. Sorry.
Let's come in.
And the first camera of Ashraf.
Look, sorry, but again, Ty, I was about to bring up this exact same point of Alip as well. Ferdinand, when he came into that United team, they were winning stuff. Look who we've got, bro. Look who we've got. Mohamed El sideways and Granit Xhaka in front of him, protecting him. It's gonna, like, seriously. I don't know. Look,
if we use the example that Ty made now about Ferdinand coming in and you saying now that it was a good team, I would go back to say that time and this time is not the same, because look at Phillips now that came in for us. We had Popo also around him, but he was the one that he carried us. When we lost or when we drew, it could have been more if it wasn't for him. When we won, we could have lost if it wasn't for him. So I wouldn't say there's a lot of pressure on White, but he will bring a difference. And
yes,
I feel that
there's extreme pressure on this Ben White. There's extreme. Look, he's carrying the hopes of every gunner.
There is a lot of pressure on Ben White. Yeah.
I'm saying that one signing, even if you break the bank, can boost the confidence of everyone around you. Yeah, because the same with Liverpool, when we were scoring 100 goals a season, we were scoring goals, but we could never keep a clean sheet. They had to break the bank for Van Dijk or for Alisson. They had to do it. So Arsenal's focus is, where do we focus? If you look at Arsenal on paper, the attack, you don't need to sign an attacker. The defense is cuck. That is, we all know that. Lacazette, Aubameyang, Saka. If you see that names on a team sheet, you know that there's potential for them to score goals. So all you need to boost your confidence a bit is to get someone at the back you can rely on. You can play from the back now. You couldn't pass the ball to Holden and expect us to play now 3 passes from the back. But now with White,
and Sergio Ramos was available now. Don't forget that Sergio Ramos was available.
Ramos will not.
But still, I mean, I'm just saying, a big name player like that in the Arsenal can turn that team around. You know what I'm trying to say? As a defender, that's just my point again.
I'm not a fan of him. If I could choose Free Ramos.
But think about it also. Realistically, what defender could?
Every time.
But realistically, what defender could Arsenal have gotten based on where they placed in the league? Think about it. Imagine asking Ramos to leave Real Madrid to turn down PSG,
Yeah,
but they
we
go to
came in for
Arsenal,
him
who's
and
not
he
playing
laughed.
anything next season.
He,
But
You
he's
understand? There's
making
no
money.
there was no place for him by Madrid.
based on options.
He was on his way
White's
out.
the perfect. Oh well, White was the perfect sign.
Oh, look. He must.
If
He
you look
needs to
at Ben
prove
White's
you know,
characteristics, look at his physical attributes. He's a huge, he's 6.2, I think. He's strong, he's brilliant in the air, he's good with the ball at his feet, and he's extremely fast. But he's basically a 10 out of 10 centre back that's going to grow. But like you were saying, he doesn't have a mentor. He doesn't have someone to position him like Joe Gomez had Van Dijk. You can
Van
put me
Dijk,
next
yeah.
to Van Dijk, I'll be a world-class centre back.
Mm.
Does he have that with Gabriel?
Kevin,
No.
what do you
He
think
don't
of
want to
Ramsdale
listen to
coming to
fucking
Arsenal?
Bellerin.
Crack, even worse. Don't even get me started on that.
Yes, bro. Don't.
A goalkeeper's been relegated twice.
Are
already
you
when the
excited
Blues
to see
seen it, bro.
Aubameyang and Lacazette this season?
No, not at all. Not at all. Not at all.
Nah, I'm against Davy this season. I'm against
Right.
Davy. I'm
Look,
excited.
we'll have a.
I'm excited for Arsenal.
Aubameyang is
Oh.
going to have a better season than last, I think. He can't have a worse season than last.
Devin, wait,
be
Devin.
worse.
I have a solid question for you. If you had to make a bet with the other people in this group, who do you think would have more goals come the end of the season? Firmino or Aubameyang?
Firmino.
Aubameyang.
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 Aubameyang hasn't scored.
You guys think Firmino will have? You guys think Aubameyang will have more than Firmino?
Yes.
Firmino.
Yeah.
Sancho will have more than
Goal
Firmino.
scorer, yeah.
Firmino will have more than Firmino.
Yeah,
Ellison
We
can
might
win the-
even have
we
more.
can win the league
Alisson
without
might even have
Firmino
more.
being top goal scorer.
I'm just
supposed
excited
to
about the
defend
new
from the
offside. The
front.
new
That is
offside
why
VAR.
They signed
didn't
him
mention
not
anything
because he
about
needs to
the
score
VAR.
goals. They signed Firmino because
We
they
didn't even
need
get
to
to it yet.
defend from
We're
the
going so
front.
long. We're way over an hour now.
Yeah,
No.
they
He
needed
said-
a
he
defender.
said
up
half
front.
an hour.
That's why they signed Cole
Yeah,
all
but
those
look-
years back.
Yeah.
It's our first topic for the next part before the season starts.
Yeah,
I think we
let's
need to
start
do
with the
it.
next. So there's not going to be toenails and armpits and that stuff, but we'll have a show. We'll have a show next week. Final thoughts, Pascal. You
Whoa, David. Whoa, wait, whoa. Everybody was rating their teams just now. You skipped me.
Yeah.
No one you to rate the team, Pascal. No one you to rate the team, Pascal.
I'm thinking,
Why
unless-
are you the
Unless
My
unless
bad.
there's a show for champions only next week, then that's cool. You know what I mean? But like,
My bad.
You know, I think-
My bad.
yeah. So out of 10, I've seen the gents are very generous with their teams, giving 10 out of 10s for every the little mediocre thing that they're talking about. But like the last time, Benny, do you remember this? I was gonna come after you for this. Do you remember 1 week before the Champions League final? Nah? We were rating coaches, and out of 10. You know where I'm going with this, right?
Yes.
So
Yes,
I say 10 out of 10 for what Tuchel had done before even the Champions League, and you
before the
disputed
Champions League,
it.
and I said you delusional.
Exactly. That's the exact word that I was looking for. Here to clean that up now. This is your opportunity, live on TV.
No. I give him that. He won the Champions League final. Big ups to
Thank-
him. He had everything. He could have lost everything with losing
Yes.
the Champions League final, and he would have been set. If I'm not
Yes, exactly.
mistaken.
Exactly.
He would have been
That's
set.
true.
The fact
Yeah.
that he won it, glad. But also, Paschal, from the round of 16, not even you said that Chelsea is dark horses to win the Champions League.
Exactly.
I was
Yeah.
the one that said
Yeah.
from the round of 16 that I actually think Chelsea can go on to win this tournament. And it's just
Yeah.
so. It's just
Yeah, no,
so.
that's what.
So I
That's why I-
apologize for the Tuchel.
No.
Comment, but at that
I'll
time,
let-
I stood on it. I believed in it because I did not see Chelsea winning City after the week, basically the last month of the season that Chelsea had. I did not see them winning this Champions League final, but they did though. So big ups
Exactly.
to
So
that.
no, and I let you off the hook because you did believe in us even before I did. It's Big Dell that I'm looking, and make sure Big Dell is on the next podcast because I'm looking for him. You know what I mean? There's something controversial.
Big Dell.
Pascal.
I'm looking for him. Yeah,
And Liverpool finished above Chelsea in the Premier League.
exactly. And Benny did say, even if you finish third, Chelsea would still go on and win the whole thing anyway. So it didn't matter whether we finished in the
Didn't
top
matter.
four.
Didn't
And he was
matter.
almost right. So yeah,
It didn't matter. But that would have been the perfect scenario, though. I'm sorry. That would have been the shit. That would have made the entire year last year.
But getting to rating the team, look, I would give my eye out is on what Tapai said. I'm looking at two things: who Man City get up front in terms of their centre forward, and who we get, because I think that would determine a lot of things. But based on where we are now, I mean, if you ask me maybe in a week's time, maybe I give you a different answer. But based on tonight, I would say that I give us at least the 8 out of 10. We need a proven goal scorer up front for me to believe that exactly, for us to believe that we could actually contend for this thing realistically. So I'm going to keep my eye out and see who it is that we get, and based on that I might change my prediction, but at the end of the day I'll give you an 8 out of 10 for Chelsea right now.
Fair enough, bro. Fair enough. Look,
Sorry
can't
to
disagree
see
with
this
you.
comment of Fabian. Sorry, bro.
Yeah,
man.
I was about to put it up. Actually, I was about to put it up, and wish you
All
hope
the
you get
best,
well
bro.
soon,
We
my
get better
brother.
soon.
You know, stay safe, Fabes. Stay safe, my bro.
Go soon, bro.
Health is wealth, my brother. Health is wealth. So
Health is well.
you'll recover, my guy. And where were we? Final thoughts, Peter.
Final thought, I think you can just bring that comment up again and that will just sum everything up.
Please bring that comment up again.
Where is it? Let's bring the comment of the evening up, man. Where is it here?
Yeah, that comment made my week, bro.
Now,
I
my
think
final thoughts, I'm just waiting for next week. I think we're all excited and we've got a lot to say, a lot of ideas, a lot of what we think is going to happen. But until it happens, then we'll know. So see you guys next week. Thanks for the invite, Davey. Hopefully we can do one before the season starts next week, maybe Thursday or Friday. Oh, there's a game Friday, so hopefully before then we can get together again.
Thursday, definitely we can do it one-on-one. We can sit around in a company. I'm working on something where we can even have the live comments on a screen and that type of thing. So definitely next week, Thursday, if the Lord spares and all goes well.
I must say that the channel has grown since the last time I've been on here. A lot of people
man.
on here, so good work.
Thanks,
They've
man.
been waiting like we've been waiting, bruh. They've been waiting like we've been waiting.
That's mad. Like I said, back to the madness, my man. Back to the madness. Benny, final thoughts, my bro.
Very excited for the start of the season. All the fights so strictly in Solskjaer. He has no excuses this season. None. He's been backed. He's been backed 100%. He's going to get his in the defensive mid, and I think we're going to release the players that we would like to release. Pogba, Stoney, headache now that we need sorting out. But once that is sorted out, whether he stays or whether he goes, I don't think that United would risk losing him for free again. They would sell him if he refuses to sign his contract. And the fact that there's no talks, advanced stage talks with anybody yet, means that I think that the talks are going well between Manchester United and the Pogba camp. So once that is sorted, I'm very excited for the season. A strong start is all we need. It's something that we were robbed of last season, as you all can remember, with us having no preseason. It's not the case this time around. We had quite a few camps. The place is looking fit. Preseason is not just about results. It's about systems and fitness. We're there. I think we are there. So very excited for the season. Not going to win the league. Not going to win the league, but excited.
Fair enough. The European champion in the building, Master P.
First of all, thanks for having me back, Davey. Appreciate it. It's good to see the guys back again, man. You know, I missed you guys. It's all in the name of fun. You know how it is, Jigga. I know how you're looking at me, but anyway, it's all in the name of good fun.
Your time will come again. You know.
It's gonna be a long season, gents. I can't wait.
Just having some fun with it, and as usual, look, I'm looking forward to the coming up season. I think there'll be a lot of exciting games. a lot of storylines, especially with what happens this off season. And look, hopefully we're gonna do something next week just to review the season before it begins. But yeah, look, things are looking up. Obviously, as a Chelsea fan, I couldn't be more satisfied than the previous 2 seasons put together. And I'll be looking out for that number 10 or number 9 position that we're trying to fill up and see how that works. So yeah, hopefully that works out for us, and then we can have a different conversation next week in terms of who's contending and who isn't.
No, fair enough. We're definitely gonna do it next week.
Maybe just summarize the entire podcast in like
Yeah. Exactly.
basically the summary of this entire pod.
Yeah. And then Total Ty. Look, all of you in the comments. I don't know if you guys have checked it out. Ty's got his own channel as well. Something totally different. Just shows he's a man of many talents. He's got fashion. He reviews coffee. Such a cultured young lad, not just a pretty face with a brain and an actor. Nah? But Ty, any final thoughts on your side, my bro? Link to the description of this video to Ty's channels in the description. Go like, sub, share, show the brother some support. Ty, final thoughts, my guy.
Thank you so much for that amazing introduction, Dean. Thank you so much for having me on the podcast. Thanks to all the gents for making it awesome. And to be honest with you, I just saw now that we were on this pod for an hour and 40 minutes. And in all honesty, it didn't even feel that long. So thank you guys for the awesome evening. Excited for the season. Can't wait to see what's going to happen. I feel like I'm going to win the league. I'm excited to see what's going to happen in the Champions League this season. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen with the other teams, especially Liverpool and United. I want to see if Jadon Sancho can live up to the hype. I want to see if Arsenal can prove me wrong this season. And I want to see if Chelsea is going to fail on every level like I think they are this season. But yeah, guys, thanks so much for the awesome pod. And yeah. Hello,
Shabby. Hello to Shabby, man.
He's sitting in the other.
I'm going to go with you tomorrow. Tomorrow, Vista.
Just on the final note, Davey, before we go, right? Just for the sake of the beautiful game, and I remember we had a podcast between you, me, Benni, and I think Jigga was also there that night with the whole Super League thing. And when you look at who's won the Spanish league, we've won the Champions League. The guys that have won the French league, and Inter coming back to the top of Serie A. You know what I mean? That just shows you how beautiful the game is. You know what I mean? When it's conducted the right way, and without all the whole Super League thing, it adds so much drama and so much unpredictability, and that's what we need. You know what I mean? So I'm glad that that's what we need. That's what we need to see this coming season: more drama and that type of excitement.
Yeah, no, couldn't agree with you more. I'm sure we all.
We should actually do a pod and speak about PSG and Inter Milan.
Sorry?
Because I'm excited to hear what you guys think about PSG for this coming season. Because as much as we're saying that City really has no excuses, United has no excuses, I think the team that literally has no excuses this coming season is PSG. Every single position, they have one of the best players in the world. They are sorted.
Never.
I feel PSG
PSG should win the
3 seasons ago already. 2-3 seasons ago they had.
And now they have a goalkeeper, top right back in the world. They are I can't see how they won't win the Champions League this season.
We'll discuss it next week. Don't worry. Look, there is one thing though. There's a guy from a certain club in London. You can take the man out of Spurs, but you can't take the Spurs out of him. Final thoughts, my guy, Jigs. Final thoughts. Take us home, my bro.
A gun? I can not final a gun.
He started
the final thoughts, bro.
He started the final thoughts.
He started. We heard enough of Liverpool.
That dye on your cup is going to your brain now, man.
Because final thoughts part 2.
Look, guys, from my side, actually, I left Jigga for first, so I can close it out. I want to thank you guys for coming on. Like Ty said, it's been an hour and 45 minutes. You really said time flies when you're having fun. I'm not looking forward to the season, what I am looking forward to is the therapy with you guys every Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, whichever, whatever it's going to be. Love for all you guys in the chat box. All I can say is it's gonna be stay tuned. There's gonna be some interesting comment coming up next week. The pro show is back next week Tuesday as well. I've got somebody with affiliations to Leicester City, Stellenbosch, Cape Town, Spurs, which were formerly known as Ajax last year. So look out for that more information around that. And of course, I will be sitting with these 5 legends next week. So you know what to do. Share the thing, subscribe to the thing. It's Jigga, Benni, Master P, Toto, and of course, your boy DVD. And we're out of here.